Python statements and comments. So at first we are discussing Python statement. Instructions that a Python interpreter can execute will be known as a statement. For example, say count is equal to 10 is an assignment statement, if statement, for statement, while statement, etc. So these are the examples of statement. You can also issue multi-line statements. So that means in Python, end of a statement is marked by a new line character, but we can make a statement ended over multiple lines with the line continuation marker, that is our backslash here. So for example, you can consider this. Let us suppose I want to write welcome to the world of programming, but due to some reason I do not want to write this statement in one line. I want to break it up into multiple lines. In that case, we are supposed to put one continuation marker at the end of the statement, that is our backslash. So in this way, if you go on writing, the interpreter will consider this particular line, that is a multi-line statement, is nothing but a single line statement, and it will get executed accordingly. Next, we are going for Python indentation. So that is very interesting. This Python indentation is very interesting. So like other programming languages, as example C or C++ or Java, we use curly braces to denote a block, to define a block of code, but Python uses indentation. So as this particular example, you just see that this for is starting with this particular indentation. There is an inner for, there is a nested for, we can say. So that's why it is having a different indentation here. This print I comma j is within this nested for, that means within this within the body of the inner for. So that's why it is having another indentation. So what is happening, we are not supposed to put any begin or end, any curly braces to denote the block begin and block end markers. That scope is not there in Python. The indentation will make us feel that this particular statement or these are the set of statements are under one block, so they will have a separate indentation. So indent and outdent will be very much interesting in our Python coding. Next one, we are having the Python comments. So in Python, you use the symbol hash. So this hash symbol to start writing a line comment. So whenever you are supposed to write a comment line, so comment line is very important. So it will depict the purpose of the program. It will depict the purpose of a block of code. So comment, insertion of comment in our programming is a good programmer's practice. So that's why how to write this single line comment. So in that case, the comment line must be preceded by the hash symbol in case of Python. Different languages are having different syntaxes to write the respective single line comment. But in Python, it is starting with this, preceded by this hash symbol. Whenever you are supposed to write multi-line comments, that means multiple lines are there in the comment block. So if we have comments that extend multiple lines, one way of doing it to use hash symbol at the beginning of each and every line, consider this one. So here we are having multi-line comment. So in this program, we have used functions and iterations. So it can be enclosed, it can be done in this way that for each and every line at the beginning, we are putting the hash symbol. Another way of doing this is to use the triple quotes, either using the single triple quote or double quotes 3 times. So these triple quotes are generally used to multi-line strings, but they can be used as multi-line comment as well, unless they are not docstring. What is a docstring will be coming in the next slide. And they do not generate any extra code as example. So now here you see there is a multi-line comment. I can have multiple number of lines are there, but the first line will be preceded by this thrice single quote, and the last line will be having the thrice single quote at the end. We can also use double quote in place of single quote, but in both the cases we'll be using them for 3 times. So that is the way to write the multi-line comment. So now let me discuss what is a docstring. So docstring is a short form of documentation string. So it is a string that occurs at the first statement in a module, a function, a class or method definition. So that should be the first statement. And we must write what a function class does in the docstring. So in the docstring, we shall mention the purpose of the respective function or the module or the class. I think for the better understanding, let us go for some practical demonstration, and here is the demonstration.
For a single line comment, we can use hash prior this comment line, and that will make the line under comment. So hash is the respective marker which will indicate that this line is a comment line. So during execution, these lines are not going to get executed. In case of multi-line comment, we can go for triple double quote, or you can go for triple single quote for enclosing the block of the text. So if we execute this part, we can find that these multi-line comments can also be written like this. So this particular statement will be printed like this one, but it will not be interpreted. It is just a printing, some mere printing this line. So this line is not getting executed here. So instead of having this triple double quote, so you can also go for triple single quote here. You can easily find that I'm just putting triple single quote. So there also I'm going to get the same outcome. For the assignment statement, we'll be writing variable is equal to expression. So expression will always return a value. So we are having this one, that is a variable is equal to expression in case of Python assignment statement. So if I go on executing, that one will be assigned to A. In case of multi-line statement, so explicit line continuation can be used this slash here. So this slash is our backslash. So you can find that b is equal to 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus, so this is a continuation marker, 4 plus 5 plus 6. So what will happen? It will be considered internally that 4, 5 and 6 are getting added with this 1 plus 2 plus 3. So I can write in this way, just making a separate new line for 4 plus 5 plus 6 and putting one continuation marker here. Otherwise this 4 plus 5 plus 6 can be written adjacently in the previous row. So now if we print the value of b, I'm getting the value as this. So there is a 21, I'm getting the value of b, because this is my 6, and if you go on adding, this is also another 15. So that is 6 plus 15, we're going to get here 21. So implicit line continuation is always there if you put brackets. So that is no need to put any kind of slash here. So it will be treated as implicit line continuation. So if you go on printing, it is printing 21. So here if I put this slash, then what will happen? It will produce the same output. But this slash giving is optional. This backslash giving is optional because it is enclosed within brackets. So implicit line continuation will be there. We're having this one, there is a multi-line statement in one line. So whenever you are trying to write multiple statements in one line, we can separate them by the semicolon here. So here you see the if we print the value of D, E and F, you can find that the respective values are getting printed, that is 1, 3 and 0. So multi-line statements can be written in a same line, but here the statements must be separated by the semicolon, and in the last statement does not require any semicolon here. So now next one, so that is a code block, that is a body of a function, loop, etc. starts with the indentation and ends with the first unindented line. So you can find that. So this is our for statement we have written. So there is an indented line here, and this is another block we are starting. So this line has got indented in that case, and this is the first unindented statement. So that means this line is outside of this respective for block. So in this way we are getting this output. You can see this line end of the program, this print end of the program is outside of the for block. So that's why it has got printed once only. So that indicate that which line is under which block or which line is outside of which block. So that will be decided only by the indentation. There is no curly braces, there is no begin end to denote the block begin and block end markers. Thanks for watching this video.